Reactions. Have you ever noticed that when you are being propelled forward rapidly, here's a very, very key principle that you don't want to miss. That when God gets ready to propel you forward, have you ever been in a car or some type of a ride at an amusement park and it takes off really fast? Guess what happens when it propels you really fast? You go backwards. Now I want you to learn something. That when God is really propelling you forward, there's a force, a concentrical force that actually pushes you backwards. But you see, in the economy of God, the way to go forward is to go backward. The way to go up is to go down. The way to gain is to give. It's actually backward. And see, if you don't have the right perception, all that you can do is you get in something and you felt the throwback. You felt the pushback. You felt, you know what? I'm being pushed back here. No. You're not being pushed back. You're being propelled forward. If you're in a vehicle and if they take off really fast, it throws you back. You get pinned back to your seat. You just get pinned back. I was in another state, a friend of mine, he just bought a brand new Ferrari. He put me in the car. He had a police badge and he says, I know where a deserted street is. I'm like, what you gonna do? I said, I love a joyride. I said, I'm strapped in, give it what you got. And he did, the sound that came out of the exhaust, but it thrust me back in the seat. I was laughing. I had the time of my life. You know why? Because my mind was not focused on being thrown back in the seat. I was just overjoyed by the power that was thrusting us forward. I was looking at where I was going. I was looking at what God was doing in the vehicle, to the vehicle, not to me. Don't make it about you, because when God is really propelling you forward, the propelling of the vehicle forward causes a reaction of you to go backwards. And if you're not mindful of what God is doing, the bigger picture of what God is doing in your life, when God was trying to propel Joseph forward, his life went backward and he found himself in prison, but God was propelling him forward the whole time. And you can be in debt and God is yet propelling you forward. Don't look at your position to understand your destiny, because there are times when God has you in a vehicle and he is propelling this thing, but you're going backwards. So don't get it twisted, because God has a plan. He's got you. And I'm telling you, if you just trust him, whatever this year can bring to you, I came to divinely prophesy to you to say, God's got you. God's got you, baby. Don't you even worry about it. There are no surprises in God's economy. God's got you. And when you start getting in something that he is propelling forward, God's got your back. And it might throw you back, but it's because you are actually being propelled forward. And it'll bring you to a good place. And the glory of God will be seen in your life in a brand new way. I hope you got something out of the word of the Lord today.